to save. Are we talking about full screen fireballs now? Best answer to a full screen fireball isn't even jumping over it, it's absorbing it. Focus dash.
Done.
That way you get a little bit of ultra meter. The opponent gets no meter. Everyone wins. Everyone being you. I'm pretty sure there's nothing here, but I'm just scared. What's up with this area? Sand clouds galore.
Help me.
Bear's in danger in the beginning of this scene. Enemies automatically target her because they don't know the prince is here. Hello.
What took you so long?
That's not even a Ryu gimmick, that's just a Ryu tool. That's like something cool Ryu can do. Oh, I blocked it so it didn't affect any other enemies. That would have instant killed those two. Fuck this good guy. Also, ground toss is an actual gimmick. I often have trouble providing examples of gimmicks in Street Fighter 4. All the ones I can think of are Blanca gimmicks. The difference between a gimmick and a mix-up is something where even if you understand the two outcomes, you still could conceivably get hit by either of them because you don't know which one's coming. A gimmick is, once you understand the two options, you know something that just hard counters both of them. And then you can always do that thing in response. No, you don't. Enemy. I automatically walk into this one because there's a little cutscene after it. I like both Makoto's ultras a lot, but I do think Ultra 1 is more generally useful. Yeah, Punish would be more accurate there. Sultan's harem. Wow, I guess it was. Bunch of third bitches.
I'll start the story from here next time.
My love.
Please don't leave me.
What did you call me?
It doesn't matter. The important thing is, I know how we can reach the Tower of Dawn.
Of course, the hourglass. All right. But this time, stay with me and pay attention. Can't spend all day chasing after you.
Wow, Prince. Remember right at the beginning of the game when I stared at her and she like adjusted her hair and then like told me to stop staring at her? I think from here on out you can do this.
What? Please don't look at me like that.
Like what?
Is that it? Just the two? Yeah, I guess it is. Those lines, not only is there a secret dialogue if you stare at her, but it changes over the course of the game. Big naked titty statue.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I'm afraid. What if I get into trouble and you have to come chasing after me?
Please.
Do you mean to say you actually need my help?
Yes.
Oh well, in that case.
Ding's Ultra 2 actually has no hit invincibility at all. It just has a low profile and projectile invincibility.
I'm afraid. What if I get into trouble?
Prince is rude. This would be a good place to put a secret.
Over here!
Do any of the one frame grabs have invincibility? Actually, all of them do.
All right, all right.
They're all invincible for one frame. Actually, I think two. I don't remember. It's either one or two. All one frame supers and ultras are by definition invincible, because they are invincible for the activation frame. Every super and ultra is invincible for at least one frame because that is the activation frame.
We'll need to go back through the royal palace.
All right then. Let's find the way out.
Quite a few enemies in this room. The combat gets very tedious in this game. They just pour more and more enemies on you without really making them harder. And the combat is not very deep. Where are more enemies? Oh. Ah. I think she should be careful. Slowest ultra? Shit, dude, I don't know. Fully charged engine. Slowest ultra? That's a really hard question. Bison's Ultra 2 is a decent example, but I feel like you could do better. I feel like that can be the slowest. Akuma's Ultra 2 is pretty slow, but it's not as slow as Bison's. Jury's Ultra 2 is definitely faster than Bison's Ultra 2. Bison's Ultra 2 might actually be it. Now I'm thinking about it. Akuma's Ultra 2 is 14 frames. See, that's slow, but it's like not even that slow. It's only barely slower than most Ultras. And their Fireball is sort of slower than that, I think. I think Ryu's Ultra 1 is like 13 frames, isn't it? Somewhere around there. This room is really cool. Reuse Ultra 1 is 11. There's a point where I knew almost all of these frame data, even the useless ones. Knowing frame data is super helpful. Oh, I was gonna write that how to read frame data guide. I'm putting that off forever. Someone give me a light normal. Any light normal in the game. End up being like a close short from someone. I mean, end up being a far short from someone. Give me a crouch jab. This room is nice because the mirrors all have little spots on the ground that show you where they're supposed to go. They didn't need to do that. It'd be kind of more fun if they didn't have that. Yun's mid-tier online? Why do you say that? Yun is very online friendly. DJ's knee shot. Dude, whoa. I got no idea. Alright, the recovery on that one is until ground, I'm pretty sure. The startup is probably like 5 frames.
I'll go.
She said my love. I know she did. I didn't dream it. At least, I think I didn't. It's quite natural, really. Her kingdom's conquered. She has nothing, no one to protect her. She needs
4
me.
frames. Oh.
I can see it in the way she looks at me. All I'd have to do is reach out and take her hand, and she'd be mine. Why am I talking to myself?
You did it! I'm up here!
Give me like an actual light normal. Give me some of that grounded shit. Come on, someone. We gotta test the Baf knowledge. When the lag factors in, he doesn't have anything that makes him stand out since you can't combo consistently and his damage is met without combos. I disagree. I think the fact that he has absolutely no practical one-frame links makes him very lag-friendly. Abel's close light punch. Wow. I have no idea. I'm pretty sure the startup is 4. I don't know the plus frames. I got no clue. I know it's a 2-hit normal. And I'm pretty sure that it... I know it changed to... Hey. Look at that sloth. It's probably like plus like 2. That's my guess. Maybe plus 3. But I'm literally guessing. I don't know about Abel's close jab. Pretty sure you can't link anything after it, but I'm pretty sure it's plus. 4 frames, 0 on hit, -3 on block. Wow, it's not as good as I thought it was. I knew it wasn't very good. This crouch jab is 4 frames too, and I'm pretty sure it's plus 5? I think plus 6 actually. Because it's a pretty comfortable link into a stand fierce, which is 4 frames. I would believe plus 5 more readily than plus 6, I think.
Look! It's the same symbol that was on the pillar!
Stay there! I'll come to you!
This room is so big and so scary. There's a sand cloud near me. No, there isn't. That's just the beam. Plus 6. Hakan's towards light punch. Oh shit. You guys are nailing me with the hard stuff. Let me think about that for a second. Oh god, I didn't mean to spin this way.
It's no use moving the mirror. There's no light beam.
Alright,
I
bitch.
can see that.
I'm just moving it for later, alright? Goddamn. Yang sure is bad online just for the sole fact you need to constantly meter FAC and just one lag spike could fuck up your momentum. Maybe. This is the first ladder where I realized you could turn around on them and I felt like such a dope. Oh, it's a sand cloud. They're everywhere. That was buggy. Icons towards light punch. I know you can link into it from the stand short, which I think is +5. And I think it's a 2-frame link. So I'm going to go ahead and say it's got 4-frame startup. And it definitely cancels. And I don't think you can do anything after it. I think it might be... I'm going to say +1 on hit, +4 on... I mean +4 on hit, +1 on block. And I'm going to say 4-frame startup. That's my guess. So Hakan. Tell me how I did. I want to know. Four frames +1 -2. Shit. I got the frame count. I think his stand jab is, no. His crouch jab is +5, +2. And it's 4 frames. And his stand short, I think, is +5, +2. And I think is also 4 frames. I think Hakan has a lot of 4-frame normals. Right, then what's all this
Where's that
about?
glow coming from?
Balrog's close light punch. I remember the close light punch has a lot worse frame data than the far light punch. I think the close one has very similar frame data to his crouch jab, which I think is +7, +4, and 3 frames. But I think the close jab might actually be worse than that. I don't remember. I'm gonna tentatively say it's the same as his crouch jab. Four frames +5 +2. Wow, that's really weird. I'm like reading the chat, not paying attention to the game. I'm getting nailed by the obscure ones. That's like completely different from what I was expecting.
Love is life. So if you want to live, die in love. Die in love if you want to stay alive.
What's that supposed to mean?
I thought you'd like it.
If you want to be useful, try finding a book that'll tell us how to get out of here.
This isn't that kind of game.
Game? She thinks this is a game.
That 4th wall break. Masterful. Masterful 4th wall break. There we go.
Stay there.
Who's
I'll
top
come
10?
to you.
Shit, I don't know. I'll take one more. I want to get one completely right. Give me one that's like something that you would actually expect me to know. I can do startup of a lot of normals, but I don't know the frame advantage of any normal that isn't like a Link's normal. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm pretty much healed. I've still got a little bit of a cough. Apart from that, I'm pretty much alright. I could maybe do with a walk today. Actually, what I want is to get some restaurant food and chill out. Ken's far light punch? Damn. Damn, I'm getting owned. Ken? Wow, hold on.
Be careful!
I'm pretty sure it's a 1-frame link into his sweep.
Whoa.
And his sweep is, I think, 7 frames? Wow, I'm not sure. His far jab has 3-frame startup, I'm pretty sure. I think it's still 3. Doesn't get slower from being farther. And I'm pretty sure it's +7 +4. No, it might only be plus. I think he might have a 6-frame sweep actually. Oh, don't tell me the answer to that one. I gotta think about that for a second. I gotta think about all the relevant normals and stuff. His close jab is a. Wow. His crouch strong and crouch fierce are both 5 frames. I'm pretty sure. And the close jab is a 3-frame link to them, which would make it +7. Oh shit! I got it. Oh, I didn't get it though. It's 4-frame startup. I said 3-frame, but +7 +4 was right. Interesting. Alright, what am I supposed to do over here? I already pulled this thing. What actually do I do here? Is that a rope I can grab? Oh my god. Where the fuck am I? What the fuck is this? Is this really what I'm supposed to do? I don't remember this at all. I have no recollection of this. I'm pretty sure it's just Ryu. Ken sweep is a lot safer than Ryu's, but it has worse startup. I mentioned this room has really cool design. Did I mention there's a sword waiting for me at the bottom? The range of Ken's new sweeps? Wow, I don't actually know how to compare them. I have no idea. Wow, you can go down here? And it's a fast way down? I didn't know that. I've always been taking the slow way down. Amazing. I'm gonna try that. I legit never knew that. I've always manually climbed down and it's always been really slow, and I've always thought, wow, this is weird that they did it like this. Camera. It's not, the light isn't being reflected. Amazing. That cutscene played, but I actually had already pulled it out of the way. That was pretty funny, I gotta admit. Alright, let's try taking that shortcut down and just see how much faster it is. I can't believe I never knew that. That's really cool. I mean, who would ever even think to climb up here? It's alright. Oh my god. This gets me straight down. I'm impressed. My new katana. This one's nice and beefy. Have I mentioned I fucking adore the last 10% of this game? Which one is my favorite? Prince of Persia 2, The Shadow and the Flame. Maybe followed by this game. It's hard though. Legit, I have a really hard time. This is another super cool room. Warrior Within was very metal. Alright, time to test out my new katana. Good night, it said. What time is it for you? I actually went to find a nap. I went to bed all early yesterday, but I still only woke up at like 9 o'clock. I mean, it was still like 9 hours sleep, but I've been missing sleep all week, so I thought I would get more. This game ends very strong. I spend the whole game looking forward to the end. Paying attention to the chat again. I was paying attention to the chat again. Let's rewind that. That was kind of bad. I love the Prince of Persia 08. It's absolutely spectacular. Oops, I slow-mode the opponents. It says enemies are at a disadvantage. I think they block less in that mode. I think you have like a guaranteed hits in that mode. There's some weird gimmick that makes it worth it. Pharaoh's arrows are making these enemies a lot more squishy. My sword is a lot stronger now. Damn. Damn. Just want to absorb the guy. Holy fuck. Alright, thank you.
Be careful.
I put my sword away so I couldn't block. This should be the last guy. Holy fuck, this sword. Yeah, Ubisoft can only make Assassin's Creed games. I once climbed to the top of this thing and my game
way
locked.
to make this thing go up. See if you can find a switch.
What makes you think? Never mind.
I like that line. See if you can find a switch. What makes you think? Never mind. I'm gonna save here because I consider it likely the game could bug out in this room. I'm almost never of the opinion that a game series needs to stop. I do not think video games are like movies, where they use up all their good ideas. I think as long as there is a market for something.
Shall I pull it?
Not yet! Wait till I'm on the platform!
Yelling at the top of his lungs while getting up off the ground. Nearly walked right back in.
Are you on the platform yet?
Not yet! Wait till I'm on the platform!
Now! Saying Cloud. My health isn't looking so good. Imagine these flags weren't here. I just have to yell down to Farah, hey, I don't know a way up. And she just have to like, we both just have to sit there. I think this is correct. This is a very clever puzzle that is unfortunately incredibly linear. Which is a shame because it's very cool. unfortunately very linear.
The gate's open.
Imagine if that was time shut. Alright, prepare yourself.
Here I come!
I like that little scene. Prince all excited to slide down those things.
Come on.
SF aside, what's a good fighting game?
Wait, let's see where this corridor goes. Alright, you can take the crack.
This game endorses drug use. If you want the exact same sensation of Street Fighter, you could probably go to King of Fighters.
Try pulling that lever!
Smash has quite a strong fan base, but I think that there isn't a whole lot of ways to net play it. You can net play Smash 4 easily, but Melee I think it exists, but I don't know how to do it. Mortal Kombat X is very popular right now, and it's also very easy to get into. Tekken is always a game that exists. I guess I need to make a running jump.
Do you think I can jump it?
Go on, try! What's the worst that can happen? There you go.
Spiritually, the closest fighting game to Street Fighter is King of Fighters. It's like the Bizarro World Street Fighter.
I'll meet you on the other side of that gate!
Careful.
You be careful!
You can tumble under these. Makes them dramatically easier. Damn it. I just want to skip these scenes.
I can't open the gate.
My personal recommendation is not King of Fighters because there's no current popular King of Fighters game. It's hard to find opponents on 13. My current personal recommendation is MKX because it's both popular and modern. It's also easy to get into. I have a very strong opinion of that game. Pro-Girls and MVC3 are both good answers. You will find a lot of people playing both of those games. If you didn't like MVC3, then don't play it.
Be careful.
Camera. It's easy. I tried.
What are you doing?
I don't know. I'm working it out as I go.
I love the prince. I love the dialogue in this game. This game is spectacular. Fightcade's the only place to play Third Strike if you want competition. I used to play Third Strike Online Edition and I won like every single game I played. There was like not a single other good player. Duralath played on it. He played a lot. He's pretty good. Pikachu Kimura J.R. Rodriguez played on it too, and he is incredibly good. Duralath is such a nice guy. I almost wonder what like his contact details are. I know he knows who I am. He knows me from like before. From before I was anyone. I'm not sure he's ever known me after I was someone. Kind of a weird thought. Guilty Gear, you can only play on PS3 and PS4. No PC version.
I could marry her. After all, she is a Maharaja's daughter. A conquered one, but still. Her blood is royal. Besides, what better way to tame her insolence? It's not so bad for a woman to have a little spirit. It's a challenge.
Prince is godlike. I think this just goes nowhere. Yeah. Just an area I was earlier. Every now and then, whenever there's like a third strike event anywhere in SoCal, there's like a couple players who always pop out of the woodwork. Daralath is one of them, Neiman is one of them. I guess Cruz, but maybe just by merit of me. That's interesting. Cruz doesn't really seem to follow the fighting game scene at all anymore. He seems to just do casual stuff. And a lot of the tournaments that I tell him about, I've told him about it, he didn't know about. And then he only went because I bugged him to. That noise is the weird noise that bugs make in this port of the game.
There you are.
Come on. It can't be much further.
Can I go where she was? Yeah, it's open. I wonder where it leads. Oh, literally nothing. A room that it doesn't look like you were designed to go into. Well, that was novel anyway. Cruz has so much raw fucking skill. And yet he doesn't play any modern fighting game. Because in his own words, he's an old fart. He's an old dog, unable to learn new tricks. It's a shame. This is where Far usually accidentally shoots me. Reading the chat. Unfortunately, there's no way to play on HD capture, I don't think, and have my chat on screen.
Look, that's the bridge to the Tower of Dawn.
This room is kind of awful.
Look out!
These guys die to a couple hits, but they dodge they avoid the kill by the out of my way. The two generic ways of killing people. But they like can't block my newest sword. So they're kind of a put over. See how that took 4 hits? It's because the first hit was a kick. The kick does not increase in damage. Once a certain amount of time passes, you can no longer absorb them while they're in that. They get like an armored state. I can't jump off that wall. That's my exact opinion on Warrior Within. Played well, but the tone took a dive. I think that's 100% correct. The main thing that the sword upgrades do is affect how often enemies block. Although they do more damage per hit. I remember being a little disgusted at the opening scene of Warrior Within, just because it's like they did everything to ruin their own game. I guess the fights are technically mostly optional in this game. I never thought of them that way. The game treats it like it's fully mandatory, and a lot of the platforming stuff is really hard to do when there are enemies creeping around. New sand tank. I think there's only one more in the game. I got 5. I mean, well, I'd made 5. I had 9 total. I'm almost at that one part. Is that another sand cloud? My lucky day. There's a fight on an elevator that's not optional.
I'll see if I can find a way down.
See that sand cloud right there? I used to puzzle for so long on how to get that sand cloud. I was like, what the fuck? Because trying to walk over there gets interrupted by a cutscene.
There's a staircase. I'll meet you in the courtyard down below.
Be careful on the stairs.
But it turns out you come here later just from the other side. Tooth runs? I actually really like the stealth kill system. They put a lot of thought into it. Tooth runs was, I think it's my least favorite, but only barely. There's some things about it that are really cool. But I liked playing up the stealth kill. The sneaking elements of it. It's like you could use platforming to avoid combat, which I was grateful of because I think this series has really good platforming and
My father's palace was
mediocre
a prison
combat.
like this. I had never set foot inside. Now here I was, myself a prisoner, seeking an escape.
We are now shirtless. Fuck this armor. I had a tiny rip in my sleeve. Dark Prince was... I think the Dark Prince was kind of funny. Or I think the Prince in combination with the Dark Prince was kind of funny. I liked the dynamic they both had. Sliding down curtains is not yet a thing. The platforming gets really silly here, but it's fun. Some kind of weird prison with no floors. Getting slightly more advanced with each one. Very easy enemies in this area. Oh wait, every enemy is easy. Jump, Prince. That's fine. That's the exact timing of the unavoidable hit. I couldn't avoid that because I was absorbing, so I couldn't block. and I couldn't rewind to avoid it because my rewind count was just reset by absorbing an enemy. That was guaranteed damage. This is the most graphic location in the game. Walls covered with blood. Ground covered with blood. Not really anything worse than what was in Ocarina of Time. Hello? God damn it. Ah, there it goes. He got back up. I've been pretty good about avoiding that this playthrough. It's the first enemy who's ever gotten back up. Out of my way. Because these are the last two. This was T. Every other game in the series was M, I think. I don't remember about Forgotten Sands, and I think 08 was a T game as well. There's a little game of Hangman going on here, or something. Guy drawing a fucking gallows. And then there's scratches on the wall too. They're there even in the original version of the game, but they're almost impossible to see unless you get right here in first person. You can't see them from like around here. But in the HD remake, they're actually quite easy to make out. So that's kind of cool. It's just a nice little touch, little detail. Drawing on the walls in the prison. Here is a box of bones. The opening of Warrior Within was basically, let's show off that we got an M rating now. Let's do everything in our power to show this M rating. This is definitely not the most graphic T-rated game. Oblivion was T-rated, and that had the Dark Brotherhood questline in that game was pretty graphic. Whoever was in here for a while. Ah, that's amusing. They're floating in front of the wall. Hello. One hit to break. Oblivion got changed to M, I think. It either got changed or they threatened to change it to M. I think they did change it to M because the fully rendered breasts. It turned out that not accessible in the game, but in the game's code, they drew like breasts with nipples for every single character and race. But they weren't anywhere in the game, so I don't know. The AT mod will unlock them. Which isn't that far away, in my opinion, from using a mod to put them in. It's the same thing as the hot coffee mod. I did that in the wrong place. I did that in the wrong place again. Oh no, I didn't.
A torture chamber. It was the first time I had seen such devices at close range. Where were the men whose trade it had been to apply the question, to extract the answer their king sought? If indeed there was one.
Iron Maiden.
In the end, they had met the same fate as their victims. Guards and prisoners made equal by the sands of time.
Print sure is poetic. You're on a pretty tight time limit for this. These bats. Fucking sand bats, man. Fucking sand bats. There's 4 of them right now. I just hit 1 of them. Okay. How does that... Oh, okay, there's a belt. I'm dumb. I didn't see it from that angle. About to ask how it stays there. Wow. Oh, I remember this. Hot, hot. Prince sure is brave. Sand cloud. Getting close. Those doors, where can they possibly lead? I like how each time you grab a ladder and let go, the ladder like falls down. It's like, were they really that flimsy? She thought I died, I bet. I was down there for a while. She's in nearly the same location as where she was when I was still up there. I think this is now where I can activate the final. The first-person dialogue with it. There's a lot of enemies here, if I recall correctly. Ah, damn it, that blue guy. I'm not gonna get him. Are Chun's air normals as good in Street Fighter 5? Her Jump Fierce Fierce is no longer a target combo, but rather a native 2-hit it normal. What that means for her gameplay wise is she doesn't have any damage scaling associated with it. Her jump hard kick can still be used to do instant overheads. Out of my fucking way. By and large, Chun-Li has got a really good selection of air attacks. She still has her air throw. Her jump medium kick still goes really far. Her jump medium kick now crosses up, so you don't have to use the jump short anymore, which is a nice change. Fuck. Fuck. Let's rewind some of that. She's still got quite a long duration jump, yes. She can still jump off walls. She's got air lightning legs, which is a new option. I don't know how useful it really is. Her jump strong causes float state. Combo out of it. It's like Ryu's jump strong. That's a massive Chun-Li buff. You can air to air into actually that's not even a buff because you can do that last game, couldn't you, with damn. With jump fierce fierce. I don't think her meterless damage was that good though. No, it is. Enemy knocked over. I played Chun a lot. I ended up playing Nash more because I like the amount of depth he had. I also like his normals a lot. Chun-Li's normals didn't really stand out in my opinion. They were good, but they weren't like so good that they bashed every other character's normals into shit, which they are in Street Fighter 4 in my opinion. Chun-Li has a really good set of normals in Street Fighter 4. In 5 they were like high average. You know what I mean? I think there's a cutscene if I save here.
Be careful!
Also, it might be a... Yeah. Farah stealing the dagger. Yep, cutscene. Prince still doesn't trust her.
It's all right. It's me. It's
The bug
me.
noises.
Look, at last we're here.
This cutscene is actually optional, it only activates if you use that save. I'm gonna find a spot after we kill those birds to stare at her and get the final piece of dialogue. Oh yeah, here's the other side of that bridge that collapsed. Here's the sand cloud that was on the other side of that bridge. I'm pretty sure the bridge like crashed into oblivion, but like here the hole's like non-existent. Damn, that fucking sound bugginess, I hate it. What's up there? Nothing. Parapets. The Brothers Chaps have a godlike story of playing a game, a text game, that had the word parapets and they didn't know what parapets were. Pretty funny story in my opinion. I don't remember if that one is time-based. It seems like it would be. Because it's a button. I made it regardless. Fuck. We Ocarina of Time, pushing boxes. I think I took fall damage I wouldn't normally have taken there because I got suspended midair. Where? Oh, I remember where this block goes. I'm actually damn close to the end of the game. I'm probably about 85% through.
The Tower of Dawn!
Gonna kill those fucking birds for making that weird buggy noise. This might be the last sand cloud. Oh, still one. There we go. God, make it stop. Okay, cool. Jesus Christ. Okay. first person. I need her to be on the same level as me. Are you kidding me? No, the dialogue didn't play. I'll do it after this scene. Oh, this is the last sand cloud. Is she not gonna do it? Are you fucking kidding me? This is like one of the last segments I have with her.
Come with me, please.
No, you go.
I love that. And I love this. There's something I absolutely adore about this.
How long have I been gone?
Gone? What are you talking about?
Never mind.
I never left. That little line of dialogue of her saying, "You go." What was that? Anyway, please talk to me. Why she look so tired?
They're green.
Oh, there you go.
Are
Your
they?
eyes, they're green. And he says, "Are they?"
I'm sorry. Was I staring?
It's all right.
Dialogue played a little bit out of order. She doesn't mind if he stares, and she looks at his eyes and sees them a certain color. I love that. The changing dynamic shown through fucking the first person modes.
Not everything is a trap, you know.
This game has such polish. Whoever's idea that was such a good idea. This game has such polish and fucking... all these bugs everywhere. This is probably the hardest fight in the game, and it's the last fight in the game. Sort of.
Too easy.
Also, I'm still missing a sand cloud. I think I should have them all by now. So, oops. GG.
You know, not everything is a trap.
No joke, I've actually died in this fight because Fire shot me. Fire has killed me during this fight. It's very easy for Fire to die here. Also kind of hard to hit a lot of these enemies off the wall because the walls are kind of poorly defined in this area. God, she's dying. Enemies normally ignore her. I really hate being here. 'Cause I'm in the middle of everything. God. It's like impossible for me to lead the enemies away from Farah while standing here. Look, she died. And I can't rewind. Because I just absorbed an enemy as she died.
No, no, no. Be careful!
Of what? Not everything is a trap, you know.
It's a shame. This elevator's super cool though. I don't like the special ability early in the fight. I like it late in the fight. But I tend to not use it because I think it's actually like, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to have all sand tanks. I don't think there's the final sand cloud. That's kind of busted. I missed one. Where it was. God, this angle is so bad. I forgot she does that. Enemy attacking me from behind. Alright, enemies are being very cooperative. It's very difficult to get these. Like, the angling is weird in this fight. Like, I must have already been shot with an arrow. He had very little health. Maybe it's just this sword. I mean, these are kind of an early game enemy. Yeah, I think it's just this sword. Oh, fuck. Yeah, let's do it. Like quite a few enemies. The hammer guys can actually stop it. Ah. It's always fun when they use that attack. Might be the last couple guys. Fire's got one on the ropes. Yeah, I won. Game gets kick-ass from this point onward. Actually, it gets really weird from this point onward, and then gets kick-ass from this point onward, from this point onward. From that point onward. There it goes. Be funny if this was the button to make it go down again. I'm like desperately praying there's a sand cloud in this room, because this is the last room it could possibly be in.
The hourglass is nearby. I can feel it.
Feel it? How?
I can't explain it.
Save point. Yeah, glass. Game gets very, very interesting from now on.
There's no one here.
Now get on top of the hourglass.
I don't understand why you can unlock it from the front, but you have to seal it from the top.
Look out!
I'm fine, bitch, chill. That was incorrect. I didn't actually need to rewind. Was correct. There we go. Ta-ta!
You did it. Take the dagger. Strike it into the center of the dome.
My father's army sacked your palace, captured you as a slave.
What?
You have every reason to hate me.
What are you talking about?
Now you want me to trust you.
Go on. There's no time.
The prince's hubris.
Give me the
faced my enemy, I had looked into his eyes, and I had lost everything.
This is a really bizarre sequence. I actually really like it. Very long dialogue scene. It's one of my favorite parts of the game, really.
You were there. The dagger was in your hand. Why did you hesitate? You think you're cleverer than everybody, but you're just like the rest of them. Those soldiers, all they can do is fight, destroy. Why did I trust you? Why didn't you trust me? Ow.
Sorry.
Where are you?
I'm right here.
Hold my hand. Don't let go. I didn't mean what I said.
No, you're right. All that's happened is my doing. I wanted honor and glory. I brought this on us.
You are brave and good. If this tomb is to be ours, at least the dagger will be buried with us. And we are together. What is it?
Nothing.
You're trembling.
I just don't like close spaces. There must be some way out of here.
When I was small, my mother taught me a secret word. She said that when I was afraid, all I had to do was speak that word, and a magic door would open. I've never told that to anybody.
I can see why. It's the most childish thing I've ever heard of. What was the word?
Kakolukia.
Kakolukia.
You did that, didn't you? Farah?
This is where the game gets extraordinarily strange.
Farah?
I think my health is capped. I think that's as big as the health gets. No, there's still another health upgrade left in the game. Took me a little while to figure this out. It's not too hard to figure out, though. I'm gonna trial and error it right now. This is in fact a really, really, really tall thing and not a repeating loop. There we go, I made it to the bottom.
Where are you?
What are you?
Isn't it beautiful?
Isn't what beautiful? Where are you?
Nope, it's too late. I looked up a solution. I'm just gonna use it. 1, 2, 3.
If only we could stay here.
4.
Farah?
3, 4, 5, 6.
If only we could stay here.
Farah?
4, 3.
Where are you?
Take me in
7.
your arms.
I don't see
0.
you.
1. Fire's not anywhere in this room, by the way. Sequence is so weird.
All right, this is getting
1,
ridiculous.
2, 3, 4.
Farah?
Just take me in your arms.
8, 9.
Why do you act so distant?
Farah!
2, 3, 4, 5. Solution. The secret is just trial and error. It's just do the doors in the right order, and if you get it wrong, the game will tell you by like flashing you to the front door.
Come on.
She's naked. I'm naked. This must be Disney sex. Here, I make it too.
That magical cavern was a dream. A dream we both had.
Dagger, no sword.
No.
She hit me with her because he took the. So she took it.